The condition for the depreciation. Under the tax condition for the calculation of the net taxable profit in the corporate tax liability calculation is quoted in Royal Decree number 145. The way for the calculation of depreciation under this law, they based on the accounting principle. The method for the calculation of depreciation, even for the state line sum of the year-digit double declining or whatever accounting policy is acceptable for the calculation of depreciation for tax purpose. By the way, the calculation of the depreciation for the useful life, it shall not be over the number of the rate that prescribed in the law. It means that if the rate adopted by the juristic company or partnership in their own accounting practice is lower than the rate in the law, the deduction of the depreciation in the taxable net profit shall be made at the rate that they adopt under the accounting practice. Any variation that the taxpayer would like to make, they have to get the approval of the Revenue Department by send the letter to the Director General of the Revenue for the requesting. The rule for the calculation of depreciation, the general rule are: 1. Depreciation of the asset that can be deducted in the calculation of the net profit. It will be referent to the duration of time. The term will begin on the acquisition date that the asset is ready for use and count by day until the end of each accounting period. For example, if the company buy a new truck for the company purpose use in the business on the 1st of December 2020, the truck depreciation, in this case, we assume that the accounting period is end on 31st December in every year. So the truck depreciation expense will be computed 31 days for the cost of truck and depreciation rate 20% equal to 8,493 baht. The beginning of the date for the depreciation calculation is the day that the asset is ready for use. So, for example, of the machine installation, the depreciation will begin on the day that the machine is completed for the implementation. The purchasing of car, although it does not register for the transferring at the Department of Transportation, but the ownership already transferred, so the depreciation will begin on the purchasing that the car is delivered from the seller to buyer. The computation of depreciation must be continuously in every accounting period until it is get the fully amount of depreciation. The cost value of the asset will be the purchasing price plus with the relevant expense, for example, implement cost, interest expense, or the custom duty. The expense that can be recognized as the cost of the asset will be included until the asset is ready for use. After the asset is ready for use, other expense will be recognized as the period expense. Shall the cost of the asset is include VAT? There is it can be include the VAT or not. It depends on that the taxpayer is a VAT registrant or not. If they are not VAT registrant, the asset value can be included VAT. Otherwise, it shall not be included, except the kind of the assets. For example, passenger car, since the number of the VAT is not refundable, so number of VAT will be charged as the cost of the passenger to be depreciated in the calculation of depreciation. By the way, if the taxpayer is the car seller, passenger car manufacturer, this condition will not be applied. The VAT should be claimed in the VAT system for the input VAT and output VAT. Interest expense from the loan for the purpose of the construction or during the construction or relevant to the purchasing of the asset it will be treated as a capitalization expense. It will be capital expense that cannot be deductible immediately under the Section 65 number 5. So this one will be included in the cost of the asset and will be depreciated under the Section 65 based for the depreciation condition. For the passenger car, the portion of the cost has more condition that the number of the cost that can be depreciated in the calculation of the depreciation will be considered on the cost of the passenger car, which is not over 1 million baht. In addition, the cost of the car, which is not exceeds 1 million baht, is also applied where the case of the calculation of the gain loss for the selling. What does this mean? For example, that the company limited who is a taxpayer, this case we will not consider for VAT. The company bought BMW Series 5 with the amount of the cost of the car 3 million baht for the executive to use in the purpose of the business traveling. The purchasing is starts on the 1st of January 2018. Assumption for the depreciation calculation that use the straight line method for the depreciation over the useful life 5 years with no salvage value. And on the 1st of July 2019, the company has sold BMW out for 1.9 million baht. The way for the calculation of the depreciation in the accounting and in tax, they use the useful life of 5 years. So depreciation in accounting will be considered on the cost of 3 million baht. Depreciation for 20% in each year will be 600,000 baht. But duration of time used in this case is 1.5 years. So depreciation in accounting will be 900,000 baht. Book value of this BMW is 2.1 million baht. Where the tax calculates for the depreciation. Since it is allowed for the cost which is not over 1 million baht, so depreciation for 1.5 years is 20% of 1 million, that equivalent to 300,000 baht. Book value will be 700,000 baht. Selling price is 1.9 million baht. In the accounting, it will be get loss for 300,000 when we compare in the accounting. However, in the tax, since they allow for the cost which is not over 1 million baht, so when we compare for the gain loss on the selling of the fixed asset, we will consider on the book value for tax. The book value for tax is 700,000 baht. 1.9 million baht selling price make the gain on the selling of the asset under the tax purpose for 1.2 million baht. Okay, so you can see that the portion which is over 1 million baht is a permanent difference for the passenger car. In case of the company or the taxpayer do not buy the car, they use the renting agreement instead of the purchasing. This is a kind of the way for the managing of the expense in the real case. The rental expenditure for the car shall be allowed to be expense which is not over 36,000 baht per month, and this amount will be include VAT. This is for per month. So for per day is allowed for 1.2 thousand baht per day. But for the portion that is over this amount will be permanent difference that cannot be deductible in the corporate tax calculation. The expense that related to the maintenance of the asset, if those expense make the asset has the better capability, it will be a part of the asset cost under the Section 65 capital expenditure. It will not be recognized as a period cost.